Sa ating episode ngayong araw, makakasama po natin ang Bureau of Fire Protection of BFP Region 9. Ating pag-uusapan ang kanilang mga programa at inisyatibo upang maiwasan ang sunog. Pero bago po iyan, inaanyayahan po muna namin kayong lahat na tumutok sa ating live stream sa PAA Western Mindanao. Cross-posted sa Pagadian at Zamboanga del Sur Facebook pages ng ating mga media partners. Nakahook up din po tayo sa Radyo Pilipinas. Of course, we would like to acknowledge our online viewers na nakatutok ngayon dito sa ating live stream. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Hindi din natin makakalimutan ang ating mga media partners and friends na nandito sa ating venue. Maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. At this point, let us welcome our resource person, Fire Chief Superintendent Attorney Jerry Candido, the Regional Director of BFP 9. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Sir Iman, and our gratitude sa Philippine Information Agency for inviting us, for having with us here in this kind of platform where the BFP9 can again effectively communicate to everyone so that we can tell everyone what we have done, what we do, and what we are doing right now insofar as fire prevention, fire suppression, fire investigation, and our innovations that BEP personnel of Region 9 must be visible anywhere, especially road accidents. And hopefully after this interaction, the people can digest everything and at least man lang we can feel that isinabuhay na nila yung aming advocacy na let's prevent fire and let us help ourselves.
Yes, no. Kasama din po ni RD ngayon si Fire Chief Inspector Edsel Manugura, ang Pagadian City Fire Marshal. So hopefully meron kayong mga katanungan mamaya, ating pong i-acknowledge yan lahat. Pero bago iyan, panoorin po muna natin ang inihandang video presentation ng Bureau of Fire Protection. Panoorin po natin to.
Building on the strong foundation laid in the previous years, the Bureau of Fire Protection Region 9 has entered a transformative phase marked by innovation, dedication, and measurable progress. Under the visionary and purpose-driven leadership of Regional Director Fire Chief Superintendent Jerry Candido, BFP Region 9 has showcased its standard performance, earning recognition at both the regional and national levels. It was awarded Best Performing Region among all regions across the country, securing first place for the first semester of calendar year 2025. Additionally, it earned the nationwide title of Top Performer during the observance of the 2025 Fire Prevention Month and Community Relations Week 4, winning the distinctions for both most numerous activities and most unique activities. At the district level, Zamboanga City Fire District was recognized as the nation's best district fire office of the year. Meanwhile, Regional Director Fire Chief Superintendent Jerry Candido DSC was honored as a CSC Pag-asa Regional winner and national semi-finalist, further solidifying his stature as a transformative leader. BFP 9 has been conferred the CSC Prime HRM Level 2 Bronze Award, Top 1 Best Public Information Unit 2024, Top Influencer Award, and Top Viewership Award. The men and women of BFP 9 have worked tirelessly to elevate the region's fire service to new levels. With a manpower strength comprising of 1,856 dedicated personnel, BFP Region 9 now operates a total of 72 fire stations, with 45 fire substations, achieving 100% fire protection coverage across the Zamboanga Peninsula. With 153 BFP-owned fire trucks, complemented by 8 LGU-owned units ready for action, 16 ambulances, 13 service vehicles supporting daily operations, 7 rescue trucks, 17 motorcycles, and 2 rescue boats equipped for every emergency, 1 specialized truck for collapsed structure search and rescue operations, 2 high-end rapid search and rescue vehicles. As of September 2025, we responded to only 775 fire incidents, a 38% decrease from the 1,250 incidents recorded during the same period last year. In addition, report shows that there has been a 17.12% improvement in fire response time, with more responses being executed within 7 minutes. Compared to the same period of the previous year, there has been a 6.75% decrease in the number of residential fire incidents, alongside a notable 41.59% reduction in the estimated value of property damages. BFP Region 9 has made significant strides as a multifunctional agency, successfully conducting 2,745 emergency medical responses same period this year, an impressive 180% increase from the 979 responses recorded last September 2024. As part of their life-saving functions as frontliners during fire incidents and other emergencies, BFP9 has upskilled its personnel, with 30 certified personnel successfully completed the first-ever emergency medical technician training. A total of 192 special rescue operations were successfully conducted this year. This represents a remarkable 236.84% increase compared to last year's 57 total recorded special rescue operations. Recently, 20 personnel from the Special Rescue Force were deployed to support relief efforts in Cebu after the devastating 6.9 magnitude earthquake. Our outreach programs were a shining victory in calendar year 2024 up to September 2025. BFP Region 9 have successfully executed a wide range of community engagements and initiatives aimed at promoting fire safety, environmental sustainability, and community well-being. Best practices: lawful entrapment operation for alleged FO1 position for sale scam. The month-long observance of Fire Prevention Month 2025 and Handog Kaligtasan para sa Eskwelahan, the Donate a Fire Extinguisher project, were successfully conducted, benefiting 298 schools across the Zamboanga Peninsula. Apoy ng Pag-asa Adopt a Scholar program has provided support to 542 student beneficiaries, fostering educational opportunities and empowerment across Zampan. Build Your Future project for fire victims, a visionary program designed to address the immediate and long-term needs of fire victims. Memorandum of Agreement with DepEd, signed to ensure the full implementation of exit drill in the home and schools across the region. In a grand month-long celebration of the Bureau of Fire Protection's 34th anniversary, BFP Region 9 dedicated the occasion to honor its retired personnel through a heartfelt tribute entitled El Recuerdo, wherein retirees are treated with special pampering and wellness services. The establishment of retiree lounges and the Badge of Honor Corner serves as a tribute to retirees, where their badges, once detached, will be carefully displayed in a shining glass case. As part of its commitment to discipline, operational readiness, and public transparency, BFP9 personnel conduct a daily monitoring routine starting at 5 a.m., which includes physical fitness exercises, cleaning and maintenance of fire trucks, and upkeep of station premises, regularly broadcasted via Facebook Live. The monthly BFP TV Facebook Live streaming continues to engage and inform the public with its newly launched tagline, Siyempre Nueve. Today, firefighters are viewed as reliable sources of comfort and confidence for individuals in emergency situations, reflecting a strong commitment for safety and support.
Okay, RD, we have a very impressive lineup of accomplishment from 2024 to 2025. Even the awards, congratulations po doon.
It was shown there the awards, especially that we were adjudged as a top performer region among 17 regions.
Yes.
And in fact, it was reflected in the data. The reason why we topped the contest, we have a significant decrease in the fire incidents.
Yes.
That means our fire prevention program was and were very effective. And we have significant decrease also in the fire damage, which means the quick response is there. You know, in every fire incident, time is always of the essence. Regardless of the number of fire trucks, if you do not respond immediately, malaki yung damage. But this time, we have a decrease in fire damage. And one thing also in the data that we have shown is that 180% increase ng mga calls in EMS, yung Emergency Medical Service, yung road accidents. Anong ibig sabihin nito? We are very successful in advocating to the public that whenever they experience any kind of emergency, we are there and we are willing to help and we may save their lives.
Okay, RD, thank you for that brief explanation doon sa nakita nating presentation. Before we go to the questions mula sa ating mga online viewers at sa ating mga media friends na nandito kasama natin, RD, we would like to know, ano nga ba yung mga priority programs ngayon ng Bureau of Fire Protection under the PBBM administration?
Well, since the Bureau of Fire was born, we are really focusing on our main trust. Ano yun? Alam ito ng lahat, this is our fire prevention programs. But I am already 32 years in the service. And until today, honestly speaking, I cannot see complete acceptance of the public. Acceptance means, isa na buhay ba nila yung mga different na fire safety tips? every time na lang that we conducted lectures, we did not fail to inform them, remind them, this is the thing that you must do. But unto this time, 32 years in service na ako, wala pa akong nakitang pamilya na completely embraced that kind of feeling na sincere buhay nila lahat. Good example. If we ask a family, have you allocated a fund for you to properly maintain your electrical installation sa bahay? Until today, wala kang makitang pamilya na wholeheartedly nag-allocate ng fund para gastusin sa pag-maintain ng electrical installation. When I started my career as a firefighter, 33% pa lang ang electrical in nature na fire incident. But 1 year and a half mag-retire na ako sa service, 66% na ngayon ang sunog na electrical in nature. That means, hindi po tayo, we do not learn. We have never learned na magiging prime commodities na ba? Yung part of your salary, i-allocate mo para ma-maintain. Because the only way, in the most effective way, na mapigilan mo yung sunog na electrical in nature, maintain your electrical installation. And that's it. Walang sunog na electrical in nature.
Hopefully, no, may mga makukuha ngayon dito sa discussion natin, RD, yung mga manonood natin.
At sana, after makuha nila, isa sa buhay nila. Dahil pag hindi nila yan in-embrace, wala pong mangyayari.
Exactly. Application talaga.
Yes.
So let's go for the questions from our media friends na nandito kasama natin, RD. We have the first line of questions will come from Juan de Radyo Pagadian with Sir Rodgy Monera. Morning, sir.
Good morning, RD, sa Kapihan sa Rehiyon, Nueve. RD, unang pangutanan ako about sa netabong sunog dinhi sa Dakbayan sa Pagadian sa miaging gabi. Kumusta naman ni RD unsa may development ani nga maong sunog, RD?
Yes, in my 1 year and 8 months of being the RD of Region 9, this is the biggest fire incident that I have experienced. And, we'd like to emphasize that this is just an initial findings because we have just pinadala namin yung mga pieces of physical evidence sa aming arson laboratory in the National Headquarters. And until and after we have received the result, the findings that we will be discussing this morning are all initial. And we found out that the initial cause of fire was electrical in nature. And I am giving you my City Fire Marshal, Chief Inspector Edsel Manogora, for her to effectively and exhaustively discuss the initial cause of fire of the recent fire incident involving a mercantile building.
Good morning, sir, ma'am. Based on our initial investigation, sir, the fire incident that occurred at Corner Pulmones Street, Barangay Santiago, Pagadian City, Zamboanga del Sur at around 8:20 in the evening of October 17, 2025 was first reported to have started inside the Big Red Building, also known as the Albin Bazaar, owned by Mr. Albin Ang. Our firefighters responded immediately upon receiving the alarm at 8:20 p.m. and the first responding unit arrived on scene at 8:23 p.m. The fire was raised to third alarm at around 8:33 and was declared under control at around 9:42 p.m. and declared fire out at 11:25 p.m. A total of 14 fire trucks responded to the incident, 13 units from the Bureau of Fire Protection, BFP, and 1 unit from the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, along with 2 additional tankers and 2 more tankers from the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office. Our investigation team is still conducting a thorough assessment to determine the exact cause of fire, sir. As of now, the possible cause is still under verification and we are not ruling any possibilities until the final findings are released. We recorded, sir, a total floor area damage of 1,079 square meters and an estimated damage of 16,158,000 pesos more or less, with no casualty recorded.
Okay. Follow up, RD. Dito tayo sa question, no, na nakita ni Pagadian City Mayor Samiko na mukhang kulang tayo na fire engine ladderized type na nakikita natin doon sa third floor ng Alvin Home Depot. Mas gamit sana kung meron tayo. Ano bang proseso po natin in terms sa procurement nito, RD?
Yes, Mayor Ko was right in saying that we really need a fire aerial ladder. As of now, we have aerial ladders in some other cities. The maximum height is up to 20th floor.
Okay.
But as of this time, we don't have yet a procurement for aerial ladder for 2026. Hopefully in 2027, we do have. And, we have to request, of course, sa BEP National Headquarters for us to have an aerial ladder. Pagadian City is fast developing.
Yes.
And we see high-rise buildings here. And although these high-rise buildings have its own capability, like it has a sprinkler system and everything, but when it comes to rescue and firefighting procedures, we badly need an aerial ladder. And hopefully, upon the procurement, mabigyan tayo ng aerial ladder.
RD, nalaman namin sa budget hearings Senate na 32.7 billion ang proposed budget sa 2026. For Region 9, RD, may idea ba kayo anong mga plano dito sa sa proposed budget, procurement po, mga project po?
Actually, we have the ceiling already given by the National Headquarters, and in fact, we were given a budget for the construction of a fire station. We have been given a budget to complete the construction of 5 fire stations that were abandoned last year by the contractors. And right now, we have been also being given a fund for the completion of our regional office here in Balintawak. And sa fire trucks, the procurement is done by the National Headquarters, and we are just dependent on their distribution. As of now, we have been a recipient of 2 new fire trucks, San Miguel and Gipos.
Okay.
We have been a recipients of 6 new ambulances, and there are 165 fire trucks coming in for this year. And hopefully, yung ating 9 fire stations na activated na wala pang fire truck ay mabigyan. 165 yan. There are only 108 municipalities in the whole country na walang fire truck. So maraming sobra. Hopefully, we will complete the distribution in the detailment of fire truck sa siyam na fire stations here na wala pang fire truck.
Okay. Sa last 3 question, RD, doon sa hearing kasi may marami pang mga local government unit LGU dito sa ating sa nasod na to, no, nga wala pa yung fire station. Dini sa mga RD, na-cover na mo ang labangan, na-inaugural na, dumali na, naunahan pa hinoon. Pila na lang ni sa kabuk, RD, unsay may mga problema nakitaan eh?
Yes, firstly, lahat ng munisipyo rito meron na activated fire station, which means we have our people there. Ang kulang lang actually are fire trucks. So what I have said, sa 14 municipalities na binigyan natin ng fire stations for this year, 2025, as of July kasi meron na.
Okay.
Out of 14, siyam na lang ang walang fire truck. Ang walang fire truck. Okay? You are correct in saying that we have just inaugurated Labangan, and one of the fire trucks here in Pagadian, we brought it there temporarily. You are also correct na naunahan niya pa ang Dumalinaw, but Dumalinaw, I was there yesterday, it will be completed at the end before the month ends. And this afternoon, we will be inaugurating the Mataling. Tomorrow, we will be inaugurating San Miguel. San Miguel has already a fire truck. And the rest, like Suminot, Sagon, Margos sa Tubig, Ipil, Gudud, Sibutad, Osmeña. Osmeña is already completed. Josepina, Mutya, hopefully we can receive a funding for next year. And we are really trying hard. We are requesting, we do not fail to request National Headquarters for the fund for the completion of the constructions of a fire station building.
Last 2 question, RD, body cam procurement po para sa ating mga fire inspector. Kumusta po? Mayroon bang dumating dito sa Region 9 for transparency po?
Well, we heard our secretary about the body cam.
Oh, yes, yes.
And we are still waiting for it. You know, it's very effective. It's really a deterring factor for our fire safety inspectors to have a body cam. Although I can assure the people here in Region 9 that our fire inspectors are doing the right thing. In fact, if you just heard maski gaano kaliit na mga pagkukulang nila sa inspection, you inform me and discipline will follow. Disciplinary actions will follow. We are continuously trying to professionalize our fire safety inspectors. We have to admit, training is very important here. And not all of our inspectors have undergone the proper training, but we ensure that they understood the fire code.
Okay, last RD, 1 week na lang off ka ng undas na.
Yes, sir.
Kumusta naman po ang preparation sa Oplan Kaluluwa 2025?
We have already implemented our M-Plan and O-Plan. And we will incorporate again there our program about kay EDEath, yung exit drill in the home. So, few cemeteries here throughout the region, you will find a place there where we will have our event. Last year we called that trick or EDEath. This time we called it super EDEath. Yung exit drill in the home na program namin na until today, very few families have done it. Hopefully after this one, magdagdagan natin yung mga kababayan natin na really will not feel embarrassed and ashamed na i-perform regularly ang exit drill in the home. So those are our activities. You will see our firefighters roaming around. And in fact, you visit our Facebook page. Lahat ng Facebook pages ng mga fire stations, you will find there our teaser. At yung tagline natin is, kultura natin sa mga Pinoy na natatakot tayo dahil may multo daw during undas. But mas matakot ka sa kapabayaan mo dahil yun ang pinaka-number 1 na rason kung bakit may sunog. So huwag kang matakot sa multo. Matakot ka sa kababayaan natin. That's because this is the main culprit kung bakit may sunog.
Thank you, RD.
Thank you, Sir Roger Monera ng Wanda Radyo Pagadian. Now let's hear questions naman from Bell FM with Sir Jay Ofima.
Hello, RD. Good morning po. Good morning, everyone. RD, matanong ko lang po kung saan paano nyo po mapapanatili ang integridad ng iyong tanggapan sa kabila po na nangyaring may palihim na bayaran sa iyong tanggapan upang maging isang fire officer 1 po. At follow up na rin po, makakaasa po ba ang mamamayan na hindi na ito maulit muli?
Under my command, yes. Public can be assured that it will never happen. I admit may mga attempts, but those attempts failed. In fact, we've been successful in one of our entrapment operation. And I put my name on it. If ever they can prove that this scam still existed or still existing, I will ask for my relief here. Because, in fact, habi ko nga I gamble my name on this. I bet my name. It will never happen under my command. In fact, regular yung pep talking natin sa mga aplikante na wala kayong ibang paniwalaan kundi ako lang, dahil ako lang ang pwedeng maka-appoint sa inyo. Na huwag kayong maniwala na pasahan kayo ng ibang tao na kung magbayad kayo ay makapasok kayo bilang fire officer 1. You are very wrong and they are very wrong. Because ako lang po ang maging dahilan kung bakit kayo maging fire officer 1 at hindi po ako naniningil. I will not do that, I will never do that. Mamatay po ako pag ginawa ko yan. Walang mangyayari. So, hopefully, this culture will continue forever. We have started. We are trying to maintain it, sustain it. And hopefully, after I am relieved here, the next one that who will replace me will have the same commitment na para ma-stop na once and for all yung FO1 for sale natin.
Okay po, RD, maraming salamat. Ibang katanungan po, RD, sa inyong pangangasiwa po bilang isang regional director sa Bureau of Fire Protection, may nangyari pong isang aplikante na namatay sa training. May tanong ko lang po, RD, matapos may isang aplikante na namatay, na sumasalalim ng training, may pagbabago po ba ng mga training na pinapatupad ng Bureau of Fire Protection or nanatili pa rin po?
Yes, there was a drastic change. No, it was very unfortunate event. Someone dies under my command, a trainee. But I was assured naman and I was convinced naman na walang hazing na nangyari because before he died, I was there. I inspected yung buong katawan niya, walang hazing. I know, malalaman ko naman yun kung may hazing dahil sa training po ako lumaki. So, after that event, although hindi po part ng ating procedure, it's not one of the stages in the recruitment. After I pre-selected the successful applicants, like for example, after that we had 88 quotas. So, I required them to undergo 2D echo and stress test. In fact, out of 88 na na-preselected, 8 po yung bumagsak doon and na-replacean ko agad. In this latest recruitment of 62, 1 failed sa 2D echo. It was found out may problema sa may ischemia siya. So I replaced him immediately. So that after that event, right now wala tayong problema sa health ng ating mga trainees. Dahil basta wala lang problema yung heart mo, yung kidney mo, yung mga main organs natin, kahit anong hirap pa ng exercises, you will never die in training. But kung may problema ka lang sa heart mo, of course, yun, ang namatay, 5 days pa lang. And at least malang na-confirm ng NBI medical legal officer na ang cause of death was really related sa heart problem niya. And you know, it's sad thing to know na he was an athlete. And that was the reason why the family was not convinced at the first instance na aksidente ang nangyayari. They were just convinced when after ng autopsy, post-mortem examination, yung autopsy report, ng doktor na pinili nila. In fact, it was an NBI medical legal officer na maliit pala yung butas ng puso niya. So sabi ng medical legal officer, sabi niya, sir, you must include yung 2D echo and stress test. And we did that. Now, when it comes to training, wala na po tayo ngayong orientation program. We call that onboarding. That means after their off-taking, they are immediately distributed among the fire stations. And may isang tao lang ang in charge sa kanila, dalawang trainee, isang tao, isang bumbero. So maiwasan natin yung hazing, maiwasan natin yung lahat, only the proper exercises and proper procedure. And up to this time, I see no problem.
Okay po, RD, maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir J. Ofima ng Bell FM. Now, grabe, maiinit na yung mga katanungan natin. Kakasimula pa lang natin, RD.
Yes, and I am enjoying it. Actually.
Yes. Before we go back with the questions from our media partners na nandito kasama natin, punta muna tayo sa mga katanungan mula sa ating mga online viewers. We have 2 questions here from Zamba Sulta. Unang katanungan po, RD, how is the BFP fundamentally shifting its operations from fire suppression to a proactive climate resilient strategy, specifically addressing infrastructure, training, and resource needs created by more intense weather and prolonged dry season?
Yes, in fact, ang Region 9 is hindi naman very fortunate, no? The disasters that I've experienced here, wala sa kalingkingan yan sa disasters in Region 6 because Region 6, daanan talaga yung, where I came from, no? Before I came here, daanan talaga ng bagyo yan. Region 9, buntot, pakpak ng bagyo, in fact, mas worst pa yung coast ng converging zone natin dito. But nevertheless, we are prepared. In fact, one of the innovations, that's what I have already discussed a while ago, is really from when pagpasok po yan ng Mayo, from firefighting mode, we are now on the rescue mode. Okay, we made it sure that our men are ready, especially our special rescue force, na mayroon lahat ng probinsya. So that when disaster aggravated by climate change, we can properly deploy people, we can save lives. Preemptive palagi yan eh. We do not wait disasters before we deploy. We deployed before disasters came. So that's one of our innovations, and we made it sure na at least man lang na yung common na mga operations like flooding, flash flooding, ay meron tayong equipment and tools. Meron tayo niyan like sweep water rescue lang usually dito. Wala naman masyadong landslide. And we have equipment for that.
Yes, thank you so much. Ito, pangalawang katanungan mula pa din sa Zamsulta. What is the Bureau of Fire Protection's long-term plan for integrating and sustainably funding local fire volunteer brigades? And what innovative communication strategies are being used to train highly diverse communities on fire and disaster preparedness?
Yes, it's only in Region 9 that I have not found an active volunteer fire brigade. So, in lieu of that, we are trying to intensify one of the activities sa atin of plan ligtas na pamayanan, which we are doing usually in the first quarter. Ano po ito yung organizing, training of community fire auxiliary group natin. Ito yung mga auxiliary force multipliers natin from the barangay. Usually kasi, we train barangay tanods. But we innovate again. We do not depend on barangay tanods because they are already overburdened. Just imagine, ang ating police, sino ba yung whom they are depending? Barangay tanods. So when we train our community fire auxiliary group, we are emphasizing to the barangay captain that please, hindi lahat barangay tanod dahil overburdened na. So that kung overburdened na ating barangay tanod, when fire occurs, hindi na sila maasahan dahil pagod na sila. Kasi imagine all throughout the night, they are patrolling. And then kung meron sunog sa araw, paano natin sila maasahan? So that we shall find other people. You know, there are so many interested people in the barangay, hindi na natin sila tinatap. So these are now the people comprising our community fire auxiliary group. That means we shifted from depending solely on barangay tanods, but to the other residents in the barangay. And we made it, we ensured, on the third quarter, mayroon tayong simulation, barangay fire exit drill simulation. To prepare the people where to go, what to do, how to do it in case fire happens in their community.
Oh, that's really good news, RD, no? Balikan ulit natin, RD, yung ating mga media partners na nandito. For the first line of question again, no? Let's hear it from Sir Dodds Marzon ng Pagadian News Channel.
Yes, good morning RD. Sa high-tech na ating panahon ngayon, lalo na yung mga gusali natin nagtataasan, may plano ho ba ang Bureau of Fire na to shift into a modern BFP, like pag-acquire ng mga drone, yung hindi maabot ng ladder fire truck?
Maybe you have seen drones, you have seen the YouTube na ang drone is doing firefighting activity. May nakita ka pa nga siguro doon na mga drones na nagkatapon sila ng like balls.
Yes.
Ako kasi, I grew up in the field. Ang buhay ko before I became a general sa sunog na talaga. Until today, wala pa akong nakitang drone na binibinta on the market that can effectively considered as a substitute sa tao from below. Well, yung mga drones tayo ngayon, but yung drones na may camera lang to help us in our sizing up operation. Yung pag-size up, but we don't have yet drones for firefighting purposes. Again, ang lahat na nakita nyo dyan, those are all experimentals. But until today, you may be surmised na ang Bureau has not invested on it because we are not yet convinced. Because marami pa tayong bibilhin ng mga firefighting equipment. So, before we are convinced, before we'll do procurement for these drones, we must first be convinced as a firefighter that they are effective before we buy them. Dahil we are prioritizing our budget. Again, aerial ladder is tested and proven na very effective in high-rise building fire, in high-rise building rescue. So, I have been in South Korea, I have been in Europe before when I was the director for logistics. Tinitingnan ko ito lahat hindi pa sila ganun, hindi pa ganun ka ka-complete ang features niya na ma-convince ang Bureau of Fire, bibili tayo. So far, the drones that we are buying are drones that can help us, giving us the actual footages above kung ano nangyayari so that we can effectively shift to effective operation from below.
Okay. Next question. Yung mga munisipyo, required po talaga na maglagay ng fire station or for ano lang, may batas ho ba specific? Kasi yung mga maliliit na munisipyo, wala.
Mayroon na, lahat.
Lahat.
Mayroong fire stations, what I have said. It is our obligation. It is the duty, legal duty of the Bureau of Fire Protection to provide at least one fire station in one municipality. And we did that. The only problem is, as what I have said, siyam pa ang may activated na fire station na wala pang fire truck. But we are hoping that, as what I have said, 165 fire trucks are coming in for this year. Before the year ends, they are coming, they will be delivered. And hopefully maybe in the first quarter of next year, sila i-distribute. So, makakuha, siyam lang yan eh. 165 ang darating. So, imposible naman siguro, hindi natin mabigyan yung siyam na yan.
So, yung LGU na lang mag-provide,
No,
pero
kami.
may suporta galing sa Bureau of Fire.
The LGU's primary responsibility is to provide for a lot. And they did that. Nagawa na nila yan. In fact, napatayuan na natin ng fire station ngayon, ang siyam na yan. Ang kulang na lang is fire truck. That will be our primary obligation. And again, 165 ang darating, imposible naman hindi malagyan yung siyam na yan.
Thank you po, Sir Dodds Marzon ng Pagadian News Channel. Now, let's hear another questions from Sir Franco Angelo Bagaloyos ng Kokoy Bags TV.
Good morning po, sir.
Yes, good morning.
This is in regards, sir, sa atin pong since yung upcoming, kasi malapit na pong Disyembre, mag-renew na po tayo ng mga licenses sa ating pong mga different and any establishment all throughout Zamboanga Peninsula. So, isa sa ating requirements para tayo sa ating pong business permit is yung atin pong kasiguruhan for our fire safety. So, upon the inspection po, sir, lahat po ng mga nag-apply at nag-renew po ng kanila pong mga establishment is naka-comply po ba sila sa atin pong requirements from BFP?
Yes, thank you for that question. At least mas maaga tayo mag-prepare. We have the so-called O-Plan paalaala, yung from December 1 up to December 25. After that, we have the so-called O-Plan iwas paputok. Okay. Now, based on the records last year, every establishments that were given a permit by the local government unit has complied with the minimum fire safety requirements. In fact, wala tayong sunog sa designated area. Okay? So, we will do it again. And in fact, dagdagan pa natin yung mga fire safety measures na dapat nilang i-observe. Of course, number one dyan, we have to wait for the designated area na i-designate ng ating local government unit. Now, if the area is not designated, you cannot sell. So, we can remove, if you sell there, we can remove everything that you sell. So we are not using the term confiscation because we do not confiscate. The confiscation is an authority of the PNP. What we do is to remove the hazard. So at least ngayon, may explain ko sa public that once a firefighter removes yung binibinta mo ng mga fireworks, firecrackers, ay pwede mo yung bawiin sa amin. Unlike with the PNP, when they confiscate it, hindi mo na pwedeng bawiin. Sa amin pwede mong bawiin as long as you can provide the proper place for them na compliant sa fire safety requirements. So one thing that we can assure the public na as long na may nagbibinta ng firecrackers, fireworks sa inyong area, we ensure na they are compliant with the minimum fire safety requirements para wala tayong sunog, walang injuries, walang casualty.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Franco Bagaloyos ng Kokoy Bags TV. Now, let's hear another questions from Sir Jun Tibor ng Brigada News FM Pagadian.
Good morning, RD. Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, classmates. Sir, ang tanong ko po, regarding doon sa sunog sa Pagadian. Sa Pagadian, we all know that Alvin Bazaar is very well known nga store. Kung sabihin po natin na faulty wiring kasi, nagbibinta din sila ng wire, alam nila yung capacity ng wire. So my point is, at saka pagkukuha ng tawag nito business permit, kukuha din ng certificate sa fire. So, bakit natin nasabi na yung faulty wirings yung na-come up natin sa initial investigation?
Gaya nga po ng pagkakasabi natin, no, nagkakandak pa po tayo ng thorough investigation pa po. Hindi po natin, at tinignan din po kasi natin yung ang weather situation that time, which is meron pong thunderstorm and a lightning strike po doon sa Pagadian, dito po sa Pagadian City, which we experienced po doon sa likod ng fire station. Then, when a lightning strike po kasi, nagkakaroon po tayo ng tinatawag nating power surge or electrical surge, which is nagkakaroon po yung linya ng mga kuryente natin ng mas mataas na voltahe na hindi mas tataas dun sa capacity ng mga wirings natin. So, based on the assessment po dun sa area, natukoy po natin na yung most damaged area po is yung nandun po sa may Alvin Bazaar. Specifically po, beside dun sa may office ni Sir Ang. So, kinolek po natin yung lahat ng evidence, then pinadala po natin sa forensics, then hindi pa po tayo pwedeng mag-come up po sa until yung final investigation po natin ay matapos.
Yes, in addition, the pieces of evidence that we have recovered from the point of origin, okay, which has been discussed that in the southwest portion at the back of the office of the owner, lahat pong source of ignition, in layman's term, yung pinanggalingan ng init. Because kung walang heat, walang apoy. So we call that source of ignition. The source of ignition that we found there, the pieces of physical evidence will point us that it is electrical in nature. If we saw the junction box, and lahat ng kuryente doon, lahat ng electrical installation, may evidence of short circuit. Now, as what Major Manigura had said, we forwarded them for testing. For i-test yun kung mayroon talaga, kung kuryente na yan ay nakaranas talaga ng short circuit. We have equipment there. So, as of this time, wala pa tayong nakitang ibang source of ignition except the kuryente. Now, that power source caused by the lightning has been sufficiently explained to us by our electrical engineer. Okay? Now, others may disagree, but based on our professional skills and which lead us to this finding, as of this time, wala mo na tayong makitang source of ignition except electrical in nature.
Follow-up question po. Wala. Pwede pong sagutin, pwede rin pong hindi. How about in other side po? Yung dahil sa insurance. Hindi kaya dahil sa insurance kasi habang tumatagal yung building, mas lalo yung lalaki yung claims. So, yun po yung other side na pwede po nating tingnan. Ano kaya po yung...
Ako kasi, my forte is really on investigation. Before I became an officer, investigador po ako. Now, the point of origin, pag nagpumunta ako sa isang sunog, tinitingnan ko yung point of origin. That's the first thing that investigator should find. Now, ang ating point of origin kasi, it's very unusual yung arson. It's very unusual yung arson. But again, as a matter of procedure, kumuha pa tayo ng burned ashes sa point of origin. Titingnan natin kung mayroong flammable liquid na ginamit. Dahil kung the only way kasi, if it is arson, dapat gagamit siya ng, tawag natin yan incendiary. It's the most incendiary, yung gagamitin mo sa pagsunog. Most na ginagamit actually dyan is flammable liquid, gasolina, anything na flammable na liquid. No? So, again, ang point of origin niya is very unusual for arson. But, titingnan natin kung ano yung findings ng arson laboratory natin sa assets na pinadala natin doon. Kung mag-negative, walang ginamit. Now, kung gagamit siya ng posporo, kandila, that 820, may tao pa yan eh. We did not hear any testimonies for intentional fire, or arson ang tawag nyo dyan. So, and we did not find in the point of origin ng any incendiary or mga bagay na ginamit intentionally. So far, we are convinced that initially, the cause of fire was electrical in nature.
Sir, follow up, last question. Last question. Ano po ba yung reaction ninyo, sir, RD? So, nung minamaneho ni City Councilor Lance ko ang ating ambulance na number 426 para itabi dahil nakaharang, ano po yung reaction niyo po doon?
Actually, I have not yet, I did not heard that. Minamaneho, let's hear from...
Hello. Good morning po, sir. With regards po to that incident, yung tao po natin sa ambulance, may inassist po na kasamahan po namin na nahihirapang huminga that time. Then, padaan po yung backhoe. Then, nakita po ni Councilor Lance na sasagasaan po yung ambulance. So, kinuha niya po and itinabi niya as part of pagtulong po sa amin.
Yun.
Yeah,
Thank you po,
I did not see any wrong with it. Dahil anyone naman can drive. At itinabi lang naman eh.
Yan lang po. Thank you po. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Jun
ma'am.
Tibor ng Brigada News FM Pagadian. Balik ulit tayo sa mga katanungan, RD, sa online. Meron tayong katanungan dito mula sa Zamboanga del Norte. Parang related din sa mga tinanong ng mga media natin na present dito. No? Ano nga ba yung pinaka-common na na-overlook ng mga tao, RD, when it comes to fire safety that could actually make a big difference if practiced more often?
Our recklessness, negligence. Alam natin yan. It's in every one of us here, especially here inside. Alam natin yung common cause of fire, our negligence. And alam naman natin, and we never failed to remind the public kung ano yung gamot sa ating negligence. The remedy there and the cure there to avoid negligence is really fire consciousness. We must be fire conscious in every second of our life. In everything we do, we must be fire conscious. And the only way that we could be fire conscious every moment is for us to be reminded. Now, ano yung simple way for us to be reminded? How can we remind ourselves? Simply lang yan. The common area that we never fail to go, to visit sa ating bahay is kusina. Pupunta talaga tayo sa kusina and our comfort rooms. Okay? Now, lagyan natin dyan ng isang tagline na help prevent fire. Now, upon seeing the same, human instinct yan. Now, we are reminded, mag-ingat pala ako sa sunog. So, if we have reminded ourselves, negligence will not sit in. If negligence is not around, walang sunog na mangyayari. So again, I am advocating and begging to everyone, we must always be fire conscious. Remind ourselves. Maglagay tayo ng tagline doon sa common areas sa ating bahay, kitchen, comfort rooms, and every time we see it, human instinct na yun will sit in na mawawala yung ating negligence. Kung walang negligence, again, walang sunog na mangyari.
Regarding po dun sa katanungan kanina, nung sa personnel, meron din katanungan dito from one of the netizens from Zamboanga del Norte. May application ngayon para sa attrition quota. Yung mga nag-a-apply ba na nag-fail sa medical, sa medical na lang ba sila babalik o babalik sila sa simula ng kanilang application?
You have to start from zero. From zero. Yung hindi lang mag-start from zero ay yung napasama sa final deliberation na hindi ko napili. Okay? And kung ang rason kung bakit ka bumagsak ay medical, then you have to visit our office and discuss the reason why nag-fail ka sa medical. Dahil baka yung medical reason is not curable. Kung hindi sa curable, do not apply. You do not belong to us. That's the truth. Masakit man aminin, gusto mo man magbombero, pero kung mayroon kang medical illness na hindi sa curable, you better look for another job. Dahil hindi ka talaga matatanggap, sayang ang gastos mo.
RD, na-mention nyo kanina, we're expecting more fire trucks coming
Yes,
in. Kasi
yes.
nga meron pang mga ilang fire station
Siyam.
na wala, siyam na
Yeah.
fire station na wala pang fire trucks. Do we have enough personnel to man these fire trucks?
As of this time, we don't have an ideal number of fire personnel, but we can deploy personnel to man the fire trucks. You know, manpower is always a problem. But rather than fighting the problem, we shall find solution. And we are always seeking help from the LGU na at least man lang mabigyan tayo ng driver. Because we don't have a plantilla for driver sa amin. In fact, ating driver dyan, mga professionals yan, mga engineers yan, nurses, criminologists, they are drivers. Because we don't have a civilian plantilla for drivers. So, many LGUs are helping us, giving us LGU paid na mga personnel.
Sige, baka may mga follow-up yung mga media friends natin ngayon dito. Let's again call our media partner from IFM Pagadian, Sherman Calotes.
Hello. Sir, good morning and of course to my fellow media friends. Sir, nakita ko po yung programa niyo about i-adopt a scholar program for apoy ng pag-asa. Ano po yung pangmatagalang layunin ng BFP Region 9 para sa mga benepisyaryo po ng apoy ng pag-asa?
Yes, marami sa aming mga bombero, especially ako, na produkto din ng Adapt Scholar. I was also a scholar. One of our families, relatives, ginastusan din ako when I was in the College of Law. Kaya gusto lang namin ibalik yung blessings na natanggap namin from God sa mga selected na mga estudyante, ng mga families. Now, balak namin na makapagtapos din sila ng pag-aaral because it is only through education that we can improve our lives economically and we can be stable through education. So ito? One of our initiatives. It's a long term, it's forever. As long as we live, as long may bombero sa Region 9, mayroong scholar yan. And in fact, meron tayong 5 graduates, I think. Isa doon na na-picture namin sa anniversary namin from Diplahan sa college. Isa doon nag-graduate. And hopefully, she will choose Bureau of Fire also. Si babae yon. And hoping na makadagdag pa kami because 105 na yan lahat ngayon all throughout the region.
Sir, ito po bang programang ito is nationwide program po ba ito or only in Region 9?
Only in Region 9. In fact, it started from Zamboanga, Sibugay. Colonel Jackie Ortiga took the initiative na i-convince ang kanyang mga fire marshals na mag-adapt at least 1 scholar per station. And when I saw that, upon my assumption, I replicated it. And I also talked to all my provincial fire marshals and district fire marshal to convince also all fire stations na mag-adapt at least 1. In the regional office, we have 6 scholars for now.
Sir, available po ba ito sa lahat ng mga gustong magpa-adapt sa mga estudyante natin?
Maraming gustong magpa-adapt, but we cannot adapt all. As what I have said, at least 1 scholar per station.
Sir, 65 days na lang po, Pasko na and nalalapit na po yung New Year. Ano po ang paghahanda mga paghahanda at kampanya ng BFP Region 9 upang maiwasan ang sunog at aksidente na kaugnay ang pagdiriwang ng bagong taon?
Yes, you're correct. In fact, I am greeting everyone a Merry Christmas na advance Merry Christmas. And we are ensuring that ang ating Christmas ay talagang merry. It will only be merry kung wala tayong sunog. And our target is a Christmas and a fire-free New Year. Okay? So the only way that we can do that is through the conduct of comprehensive fire safety inspection. It started Pag patak na October 1, andyan na po yung ating advance fire safety inspection na ginagamit din natin sa renewal of business permits. Here comes January and February, so that we can renew the business permits in a fastest way. So don't worry, we are doing our job. As long na susundin nyo lang po kami. Ngayon pa lang sinasabi ko na huwag po tayong huwag tayong bibili ng mga mumuraing Christmas decors. Okay? Kung hindi nyo kaya, huwag na lang tayong bumili. Huwag na po nating pilitin dahil hindi po tayo mamatay kung walang Christmas decors. There are so many ways of celebrating the Yuletide season. Hindi lang po yan through Christmas decors, hindi po yan through Christmas lights. Kung hindi natin kayang bumili ng standard kasi mahal, ang quality na Christmas lights, mahal. Kung bibigyan ka ng Christmas light na mura, ay huwag ka nang bumili. Because baka yun ang katapusan ng bahay ninyo at ng buhay ninyo. So please cooperate with us and we will have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Sir Sherman Calotes ng IFM Pagadian. No? Kaya quality is safety talaga, RD. Now, our next line of question will come from Sir Elmer Maghanoy ng Media Link Pagadian.
Good morning po, sir.
Good morning.
Nakita natin no, sa may maraming nasunog, halos ang yung iba, parang biniblame nila sa Bureau of Fire. So, dapat hindi sana. So, ang tanong ko, sir, dito sa Pagadian City, mayroon na ba kayong plotting kung saan dapat ilagay ang mga fire hydrant? Kasi noong unang na-interview namin yung last manager sa PCWD, may plano na sila na lalagyan ng fire hydrant. Kaso lang parang hindi natuloy. Sa office ninyo, sir, meron na bang plotting sa Pagadian City?
Yes, in fact, every barangay may tinatawag po tayong community fire protection plan. Okay, where we have executed this plan in active coordination with the barangay officials, especially barangay captain. In fact, nakapirma dyan siya. And isa doon sa mga bagay na nakalagay doon is really the location of a fire hydrant or the place where we shall install a fire hydrant. You know the problem, it's always funding. Under the law, it is the primary responsibility of the water district. Ang participation ng Bureau of Fire dyan is to provide location. Because we are the one determining if the location is strategic. And na pagdating ng bumbero ay sufficient ang space. We have the plans there. But the problem right now is really funding.
So problema ang funding.
Yes.
How about yung coordination ninyo sa water district? Kasi sila mo yung nalalaman ba saan ba ang mas malakas na pressure ng tubig?
Yes. We always coordinate while we determine the strategic location. Ang next year, correct. Ang next year consideration, how strong is the pressure? Kasi sa luma ng mga fire trucks natin, some of them cannot suck water. So we are really dependent on the whether the pressure is weak or strong. So we are coordinating with them. We cannot do plotting, we cannot do installation ng hydrants without them.
So problema, funding.
Funding talaga.
How about yung coordination natin, partnership ng mga local government units? Kasi sila yung mayroong funding, halimbawa yung sa mga congressman or sa governor, sa mayor, para at least magtulong-tulungan tayo kasi matagal na dito sa Pagadian City, wala
Yes.
pong nakitang fire hydrant sa downtown.
Thank you for again reminding us, sir, on that. We are doing that and we will continue doing. And we will not stop until we can find funds. You know, it's not cheap to install a fire hydrant. Number one, mayroon bang linya ng tubig going there? So kung walang linya, mahirap talaga. Kung may linya, malakas bang pressure? Well, kung as long na may linya, magawa ng paraan yan for now. Medyo mura-mura lang yung funding ang kailangan mo. But again, sir, you're correct in saying that there must be a holistic approach here for us na magkaroon ng active fire hydrant.
Active. Mahal ba yan, sir?
Mahal.
Estimated cost ng isa.
Well, malaki yan eh. Hindi yan bababa sa 200,000 ang isang solid kasi yan eh. And it's not just about the fire hydrant. It's its connections. Kung mayroon ng linya diyan, may tubo na, medyo madali. Kung wala, excavation ka pa and everything. Well, magdasal lang tayo na we can find ways na makahanap ng pundo, sir.
So dito tayo sir sa mga building sa Pagadian City kasi naglalakihan na yung mga building sa Pagadian City. Mayroon ba kayong yung plano o proposal na yung mga fire truck natin, yung mayroong ladder?
Area ladder. Yes, we are requesting. But again, as of now, we don't have requirements for area ladder. And in fact, ang isa nating paraan dyan is to ask donations. Mayroon akong grupo in Korea. Well, they have identified last year of 2 available area ladders. But the bad thing there is, as of this time, medyo nagbago ang procedure sa pag-donate ng Korea ng mga used firefighting equipment nila. 2 of which are area ladders. Sana makakuha na tayo doon. Kaya lang, ngayon medyo mahirap na. But hindi pa naman tayo na wala ng pag-asa. In fact, I just talked with my donor yesterday na how to find ways na makakuha tayo ng area ladder. And hindi pa naman siya nagsumusuko na makakuha. At least kung wala pa namang December eh. Malalaman natin yan at the end of the year kung matuloy yung isang area ladder para sa Region 9.
So lastly sir, yung December nangangamoy na. Yung mga Pilipino mahilig sa paputok.
Yeah, oh.
So ano bang coordination dito sa PNP at saka sa office ninyo para doon ilagay yung magbaligya ng paputok?
Yes. There is always a designated area designated by the LGU. So kung ang area na yan hindi sa designated ng LGU, you cannot sell firecrackers there. And coordination, we are always coordinating with the PNP, especially kung masyadong violento yung pupuntahan namin. Okay? So what I have said, we never fail to inspect an area as long may nagtitinda doon. In fact, hindi ka pwedeng magtinda na hindi ka makasecure sa amin ng Fire Safety Inspection Certificate.
May penalty?
Yeah, may fine. In fact, we can remove it. I have ordered all my fire marshals to remove the firecrackers being sold in the area kung hindi sa compliant sa minimum fire safety requirements. Anyone who will sell firecrackers without FSIC, i-remove, kukunin namin ang tinitinda nila.
Pero walang penalty?
May fine yan.
Fine, magkano kaya sir?
It all between 37,500 to 50,000.
Okay, salamat po sir.
Thank you, Sir Elmer Maghanoy ng Media Link Pagadian. Na-proceed naman tayo mga katanungan kay Sir Jason Revelo ng Wonder Radio Pagadian.
Good morning, RD, at sa lahat. Jason Revelo from Wonder Radio Pagadian. Matanong ko lang po, participation natin, RD, sa lindol at preparation po dito.
Yes. First and foremost, the fire earthquake drill is the primary responsible dyan is our OCD, but we are always coordinating with them. They are using us. When it comes to response, our men are ready. But admittedly, we don't have sufficient equipment insofar as BEP9 is concerned when it comes to collapse structure. We have only one rescue collapse structure and rescue truck there. And we need more. In fact, the equipment there are not enough para sa ating collapse structure response. Kasi when it comes to earthquake, makukollapse talaga yan, mga buildings natin. But we have trained personnel. And, when it comes to integrity ng building, it is the job of the office of the building official. Ang ini-ensure namin na compliant sila sa minimum fire safety requirements. But we are ready.
Alam naman natin na ang mga bumbero ang BFP personnel, hindi lang sa sunog, marami pang re-respondihan nila, kagaya ng mga sakuna. Tungkol naman sa ating pang-rescue vehicles, kumpleto po ba dito sa
When it comes to high angle, yung high angle operation natin, usually available yan sa mga nagsisuicide. We have equipment. Swift to rescue, we have equipment. Ang kulang lang talaga natin dito is the collapse structure. Yun ang talagang kulang natin. So we are trying to find ways, donations, na makakuha tayo ng kumpletong equipment sa collapse structure. That means earthquake response natin.
Doon sa Cebu, RD, at saka sa Davao, mayroon ba po tayong mga tulong na inibigay doon?
Yes, in Cebu, we deployed one team comprising 20 man, the Special Rescue Force. We also had the financial contribution, voluntary, pinadala natin sa namatay nating bombero sa Cebu because of earthquake. An amount also was given to Davao region para matulungan natin yung mga bombero doon na napektuhan ng sunog, ng lindol. So we are doing our moral obligation here. We made our voluntary financial contributions.
Thank you po, RD.
Thank you, Sir Jason Revelo ng Wonder Radyo Pagadian. Proceed tayo naman sa mga katanungan mula kay Sir Delmer Sabandal ng Nong Lading Radio Pagadian.
RD, good morning. Siguro RD, pagkipaliwanag na lang po. In fairness po sa ating mga personnel sa Bureau of Fire Protection, so hindi naman lahat ng mga municipalities merong fire truck. So pero merong mga personnel sa mga munisipyo. So siguro na ito ang obserbasyon sa ilan na para maiwas siguro parang nabuli yung ating mga personnel kasi sa municipality walang fire truck pero meron tayong personnel. So sabihin sa iba, moingon sila nga naalagi bombero nya wala fire truck, nagunsa naman sila sa imuhan na lang paliwanag na ID.
Yes, thank you. Again, our main trust is fire prevention. If a municipality with activated fire station, walang fire truck, ang trabaho nila actually dyan is really on the fire prevention. They conducted lectures sa schools natin, they conducted lectures in the private establishments, they are conducting fire safety inspection, and they are responding to emergency medical service. Now, sabi ko nga ano bang mas maganda, yung munisipyo na walang activated fire station o mayroon pero walang fire truck? At least yung inspection, yung fire prevention, yung EMS response, magawa natin. Wala lang tayong fire suppression dahil walang fire truck. But, again, we are very hopeful that up to the first quarter of next year, magkakaroon yung siyam na yan. Dahil sabi ko nga, we are expecting 165 new fire trucks for this year. And it will be distributed at the last month of this year and first quarter of next year.
Thank you po, RD. So, isang katanungan na lang. So, in fairness po sa ating Bureau of Fire Protection, so, ang mga tao, ito ang usually niya sinasabi. Mahimong mabuli ang ating Bureau of Fire Protection kasi sinasabi nila kapag merong sunog, late ang response, then ito ang ilang kadalasan na giingon.
Tama yan.
Nga maingon dayon nga, ug naabot pa lang og sayo, wa unta na naugdaw na naabtan.
Yes,
reaction
tama.
RD.
That's a common reaction of our people, especially sa nasunugan. In fact, I saw a footage in the YouTube. Sabihin niya, live, binidyohan niya yung sunog. At sinabi niya doon, tinanong niya, saan ba yung bumbero? Now, again, we are explaining to everyone na it all depends on the timeliness ng pagtawag sa amin. Kahit napakalapit ang sunog, pero hindi kami na-inform on time, it follows na late ang pagdating. Insofar as sa kanilang point of view. Kasi in the point of view of the firefighting, the timeliness is really on the time that we receive the call. In fact, based on the data that we have shown, there is a significant increase ng mga responde namin na within 7 minutes. May physically impossible. That means we are doing our job here. But kung narinig namin yan, hindi po kami nagagalit. Dahil rather than confronting them, we are explaining, like for example, in this platform, na it all depends on the traffic. Number one, timeliness of call, traffic. Kung walang traffic yan, in 5 minutes andyan kami. Hindi po kami, I'm sorry, but ginagamit ko ito palaging joke ba? Ang tawag po sa amin ay fireman. Hindi po kami superman. So, kung superman po kami, pag tawag mo nandiyan kami. Kaya lang kasi fireman, dadaan po kami sa daan. Okay? I hope hindi po ako misquote. Sinasabi ko to kasi this is the reality. Okay? We are doing all means na makarating. Ang problema kasi, ang daan natin, marami pang gumagamit. So, please understand us. We commit na ginagawa namin ang lahat ng paraan para makarating agad sa fire scene. But, subukan, pag nandun ka kasi sa fire scene, parang napakabilis ng takbo ng oras. Ako when I went to, hindi ito sunog this is AMS response. When I went to Manila, yung katabi ko inatake. Ako nga, nagagalit pa sa tao ko, bakit ang tagal nyo? Pag tinignan ko yung oras, wala pang 5 minutes, nandiyan na sila. But in a way, we understood them. Naintindihan namin, so hindi po kami nagagalit. We consider that as part of our salary na lang. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Delmer Sabandal ng Nonglading Radio Pagadian. Na-proceed tayo we are down to last 2 media. So, pakinggan natin mga katanungan mula kay Sir Eric Fuentes ng Wonder Radio Pagadian.
Good morning po sa lahat. Good morning, RD. Tanong ko, RD, balik po tayo dun sa hiring po ng FO1 po. Ano po ang ginagawa ng BFP Region 9 para masiguro na ang hiring process ay fair at inclusive para sa lahat ng qualified applicants, anuman ang kanilang kasarian, ethnicity o background po?
Well, ako mismo ang focal person here. I do not delegate it to anyone. If you have questions, ako po yung sumasagot, ako ang tatanungin. Ayoko pong mag-delegate sa anyone para wala akong ma-blame in case I failed. Kasi ang programa ko talaga zero corruption at yung dapat talaga na i-hire ay yung dapat ma-hire. Now, I considered usually yung kurso. Ano bang kurso mo? If you are a medical graduate of any medical courses, most likely pipiliin kita. If you are graduate of any engineering courses, usually pipiliin kita. Now, ano yung mga common courses ng aplikante natin? Criminologist, common yan. Education, common yan. Mayroon nga dyan, HRM. Pag ang kurso mo kasi napakalayo sa trabaho namin, you are the least priority. Sabi ko nga, common kasi na reaction, especially mga parents, kasi alam nila yung aking cellphone number, nagpalabas sila ng kanilang emotions. Bakit daw hindi napili yung kanilang anak na sincero naman sa pagpasok, blah, 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 blah. Sabi ko, I cannot accommodate all. In fact, in the recent recruitment, we have only 62 quota. 62. At after everything, 341 ang pumasa. So just imagine, I will be selecting 62 out of 341. So definitely, marami pong iiyak dyan. Maraming iiyak. But you know, that's my job. Kung hindi po ako pipili, wala po tayong recruitment. But I am assuring everyone that when I pick an applicant to be included sa 62 quota na yan, they are really needed by the Bureau of Fire.
Tapos, RD, ano po ang kasalukuyang status ng hiring process para sa Fire Officer 1 ngayon po?
Yes, we have the second batch. Ito yung nag-quit. Out of 62, 4 ang nag-quit. So we replaced them. So 6 ngayon ang nire-recruit natin. And we have, I think, 24 new applicants. Yung hindi ko napili last time, automatic included na yan sila. So I think kahapon yung kanilang agility test and they are about to undergo interview, background check, drug test, and neuro, and medical, dental, and physical examination. After that, I will be picking again pre-selecting 6 success applicants na mag-undergo ng 2-day echo and stress test. If they pass, then they will be appointed. And the target date for their appointment is November 15.
Lastly po, RD, sa Region 7 po, may nakita po ako na yun pong process ng pagpili ng bagong FO1 para po makapag-take out po, dinaan po nila sa draw lot procedure po. RD, sa ganitong paraan po kasi RD, kasi po sabi niyo po 66 lang po yung quota.
62.
62 yung quota, tapos mga 600 plus
341.
300 plus po yung qualified. Hindi ba po pwedeng RD na gawin natin yung ginawa ng Region 7 po para po sa transparency?
Well, without commenting to that kind of system, the law says merits in fitness. If we will do it through draw lots, we will neglect merits. Merits, what do you mean by merits in fitness? Yung course mo. We have been given the course preferences ng national headquarters. Ito yung i-hire ninyo like engineers, that's what I have said, nurses, medical technologists, blah, blah, blah. So if we will do it through draw lots, paano mo kayo makonsider yung mga courses na pangangailangan ng Bureau of Fire? Without commenting to their procedure, ako kasi, I did not agree with draw lots. Because, again, we will be ignoring and taking aside, and setting aside, the merits in fitness na yun talaga ang consideration in hiring.
Thank you po, RD.
Thank you, Sir Eric Fuentes ng Wanda Radyo Pagadian. Let's hear questions naman kay Sir Manuel Lascunia ng Radyo Bagting.
Yes, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Sa anong lugar po ba sa Zamboanga Peninsula since January until now, bulan ng Oktubre, na parang hindi po natin malilimutan matapos na i-cover ng ating mga personnel, sir? Or anong sakuna po ba ito?
Anong tanong, sir? Sorry.
Can you repeat, sir?
Sa anong lugar sa Zamboanga Peninsula po na parang masasabi po natin na malaking sakuna or...
Yes. May malaking sakuna, flooding, Zamboanga City, yung pumutok last December, yung pag-dispose ng fireworks, that's disaster. Pero wala pa akong nakitang significant na disaster na nangyari. We have not experienced it except the fire recently in Pagadian na involved yung mercantile. Pero at fortunately, wala namang casualties tayo. Sabi ko nga, we are fortunate here na hindi tayo dinadaanan ng bagyo. Yung mga flooding dito, wala yan sa kalingkingan sa experience ko in Region 6. But again, hindi po tayo nag-relax. We keep on ensuring that we are ready.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Manuel Lascunia ng Radyo Bagting. We are down to our last question from Sir Rex Rabutin ng Radyo Kidlat.
Ang katanungan ko po ay follow-up na lang po sa kanya. So, in year 2024, for the record lang po, ano po ang pinakamaraming sanhi ng sunog in Region 9?
Yes, all throughout the country, ang pinaka-number one na cause of fire is electrical in nature natin. Ngayon, 63 to 66% ng residential fires o structural fires, ang cause of fire po doon ay electrical. At kahit anong gawin natin, kung again, iulitin ko lang, the most effective way is really to properly maintain our electrical installation. In layman's term, yung mga kuryente sa ating bahay, huwag po tayong gumamit ng substandard. Ipa-check po natin yan sa competent electrician. Now, if you don't have money para mapag-check yung sa competent electrician, our barangay has its own barangay electrician. All you have to do is to coordinate. But of course, siguruhin natin pag nag-recommend ngayon yung ating barangay electrician na ito papalitan natin. Dahil pag hindi natin ginawa yan, fire continues to occur.
Okay, last na lang po for the record. Ano po ang kaibahan ng faulty electrical wiring at saka short circuit?
Actually, sa trabaho ng bumbero, we do not use the term faulty electrical wiring, but defective electrical wiring. Now, defective electrical wiring will cause short circuit. Ang kuryente po natin, pag tingnan natin yan, as long na gumagana yan, walang defect. Okay? Short circuit will occur kung magdikit ang dalawang linya. Kaya nga may insulation yan may insulator yan. To protect these two lines na magdikit. Once sumikit yan, mapuputol yan, at lahat ng dadaanan yan na linya, iinit yan, at grabing init yan. That is why kung ang cause of fire is electrical in nature, madaling mag-transfer, madaling masunog ang isang building. Dahil lahat ng dadaanan niya may kuryente, init yan. Okay? Now again, short circuit will occur if your electrical installation will suffer defect. Defect means ang insulation natin mapunit. Kung mapunit ang insulation natin o insulator natin, didikit ng dalawang linya, short circuit will occur. If there is a short circuit, fire will occur.
Okay, thank you po.
Maraming salamat, Rex Rabutin ng Radyo Kidlat. At yan po ang mga huling katanungan mula sa ating mga media partners. Maraming salamat po sa mga nagpaabot ng kanilang mga katanungan online at dito sa ating mga bisita ngayon. Thank you so much. Before we let go of our guests this morning, this episode, let's hear first a closing statement from our guest.
Yes, Sir Iman, thank you. Again, we have interacted to everyone. And our message is the same. Please follow everything that we said. Lahat ng fire safety tips na sinasabi namin, especially on how to avoid electrical fire, please follow it. Uulitin ko na naman, dalawang bagay ulitin ko ngayon. Number 1, allocate a fund. Allocate a fund. Consider this na pareho lang pangangailangan nyo sa bahay, pagkain, education, clothing. Isalit nyo na dyan yung equally important na pera para sa pag-maintain ng ating electrical installation. Because if we will not do that, as what I have said, i-emphasize ko na naman, masusunog yung ating bahay. Kung masusunog yung ating bahay, grabe ang investment natin yan. It's dormant investment yan. Hindi yan, wala tayong profit dyan sa bahay natin. So we have to take good care of it. Number 2, yung aming programa sa exit drill in the home. Ako, sirang plaka na lang sila rito. Every time na mag-interview, narinig na nito. But very few families are observing this. So, masakit po na mamamatay tayo sa ating sariling bahay. Again, we are saying na we are familiar with our home, but I'm telling you, you are wrong. Especially kung may sunog, ang number 1 na nakaaway natin ay panicking. Natatakot, kinakabahan tayo. Once we do panic, mawala tayo sa ating sarili. Instead of going out, doon tayo pumapasok sa comfort room dahil may tubig, which is wrong. But if we regularly practice exit drill, isa lang patutunguhan mo dyan, exit your door, get out safely, and mabubuhay pa tayo. So, people of Region 9, your Bureau of Fire Protection is here and willing to serve. And again, we commit to offer our lives so that others may live. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Fire Chief Superintendent Jerry Candido, the Regional Director of BFP Region 9. Salamat din kay Fire Chief Inspector Edsel Manugura, Pagadian City Fire Marshal. Amin din pong pasasalamat sa ating partners mula sa Mindy's Catering and Landscaping Services para sa inyong assistance sa episode natin ngayon. Sa ngalan po ng PCO Secretary Dave Gomez, PIA Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro, Regional Head Noemi Adaga at sa buong puwersa po ng Philippine Information Agency Region 9. Ito po si Emmanuel Taghoy. Hanggang sa susunod na episodes ng Kapihan sa Rehiyon, Nueve. Daghang salamat.